Joining me now to discuss is Joe Walsh. He's a former Republican congressman from Illinois. Joe, good to have you on this morning.
Good to be with you, Jim.
So I'm going to set aside the vote counting here because we did that last week. We don't know how this is going to go on this package. But if and when a rules package like this gets through, does that make for a functioning GOP-controlled House?
Oh, God, no. You know, Jim, one of the weirdest things about last week, this fight to find a speaker, was the irony that it really doesn't matter which Republican ended up being speaker. This is a pretty fully radicalized mega Trumpist caucus in the House. The vast majority of House Republicans are Trumpist, are election deniers. What was always so deceptive, Jim, is we talked about the 20, this minority of 20 that opposed McCarthy. But Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jim Jordan supported McCarthy, but they're all going to be together on all of these other substantive fights these next 2 years. So we're in for 2 years of utter chaos.
We know what they're going to focus on. Steve Scalise, of course, number 2 in the GOP leadership in the House, he tweeted out a list of GOP priorities, and he says just beginning this week, defund 87,000 new IRS agents, establish committee on the weaponization, as they describe it, of federal agencies, and SPR oil sales to China, hold woke prosecutors accountable. He did not define woke prosecutors. But I wonder, from a political perspective, you've won races for the House. Is this a winning agenda for Republicans?
Not at all. Not with the general electorate, Jim, but it's a winning agenda with the Republican Party base, period. And that's what they're concerned about. Look, investigating the so-called deep state, Hunter Biden's laptop, going after Dr. Fauci. These are issues that the Republican Party base wants. And Jim, you know, like I know, that the House, the body in which I served, most closely reflects the base of the party. Yeah. This will be a turnoff. This kind of like mega revenge investigatory thing that these Republicans are going to do the next 2 years, I think will be a turnoff to most Americans, but it's going to energize the Republican Party base.
Let me ask you this, and we're going to throw up some more of these images here, those images of supporters of the losing candidate in the Brazilian presidential election, Jair Bolsonaro, storming the houses of government there, including where their assembly meets. You know, we used to talk about, and many folks still imagine this, and perhaps it's true to some extent, the U.S. exports democracy. But as you watch this and how it was seeded by the losing candidate in that election, who had a lot of rapport, one might say, with Donald Trump, is election denialism a new U.S. export?
Yeah. Jim, you know this so well because you travel the world so much. We're the world's oldest democracy. The rest of the world watches us. Clearly, the rest of the world watched us on January 6th. I never would have thought, Jim Sciutto, that 2 years removed from a violent attempt to overthrow an American election, that you and I would be sitting here and Donald Trump would still be the leader of the Republican Party and he would be running for president again. The world watched what we did on January 6th. And Trump and the Republican Party really didn't pay a price. My fear is that this is something that fledgling democracies around the world are learning from us.
Yeah, and many of the folks who denied the results of the 2020 election held great sway in the speaker fight at the end of last week. Joe Walsh, always good to have you on.